Hey folks, it's Ben. I'm here with another unboxing trial of a new machine. This is the Mastervac 10-liter wet dry vacuum. Now the purpose of why we got this is I detail quite a few of my own cars, and we have been using an old house vacuum, and well, that's been fine, but really it's not great. It's only got a hose that's so long, and it's just not been ideal. So I wanted a vacuum that was fairly small, portable, I could carry in the car because the house vac I have to have in the car anyway. Doesn't have to be HEPA or anything because it's mostly outside, but something that can get in the nooks, crannies, and something I can get ready for car shows. So I decided on this 10-liter, 2.5 horsepower, no, just 2 horsepower vacuum, and let's take a look at it. It was fairly decently reviewed online. We bought it at Canadian Tire. I think I spent about $60 on it, so it's fairly pricey for a vacuum. The box cover's got the vacuum obviously in it, and mostly. One of the other features I liked about it is that it came with a bunch of accessories. So let's just go ahead and take a look at those. So we have this neat get under the seats type of cleaner that we have here. Not quite sure what application I'm going to use that in yet, but that's pretty neat. Then I have, of course, what I really want is the scruff and clean, so we get all the mouse for carpet, we can get into there, get that dust to come out. So I was interested in that as well. Got our user's manual, so that'll be handy for forgetting about later. Then we have a power cord and the machine itself, so let's just debox that. 2 more attachments. We have a nozzle to get into bits and pieces, so that'll be all right. And then we have a crevice tool, which comes standard with most vacuum cleaners, so that's okay as well. That's it for the box. It's done. Cat toy land. Now we have the vacuum, and it's got Velcro on the cord, so that's nice. So we can do exactly this. Non-polarized plug. It's got a big blade, small blade, but no ground on it, so that's neat. And I'm guessing it's a pull and lift. It is. And I figured to store all our hose in here. So here's our hose, which is nice. It's going to be a decent length, but as you can tell, this thing isn't gross large. It comes pre-installed with its filter. And that shaking must mean that there is a water float in here. So we could technically use it as a water vacuum, I guess. It's got that ability. And then we also have this little filter here, which I'm pretty sure goes on the outside, but I'll read the instructions to kind of remember on the placement of that. So with this filter bag, in theory, it is washable. It says put the filter bag and then put the band around it, suck up, and I'm not sure what that third one is, but there's an X through it, but there. Okay, so yeah, this comes off. I wonder if it's one or the other. If you're doing wet things, you use this one. It's a damage filter. I'm not 100% sure yet, so we'll figure that out once we read the manual. And it's got an inlet diverter, so that's clearly the inlet. Oh, and there's another toy here. Oh, this is the one I wanted too. It also goes on the end of the little suction nozzle there, and it's a little brush thing to get into the little details. I happen to own minivans that have long dashes, and this would be super handy for that. So another reason why I bought this one. Yeah, and that's just going to give it a little bit of cyclone action. Rubber seal around here, and you can hear it's got a water shut off, and I can just go bang. Does that work out if I, yep, I think so. That is not on there. You can kind of see, so that's not, did it go this way? Does it have a way? I thought this was the same way I took it off. There we go. That's no, it's kind of on, but just kind of have to feel it end to end. There you go. So it's got places for its tools to ride. Oops. Places for its tools to ride, it seems like, at least the big ones. Let's see, we got this nozzle. And then this one in plastic, interestingly. And then in theory, this goes on that. Yep. And this goes on that. So there's your tools. And then I imagine it's just all friction fit stuff. So that does not fit like that. So there's only one way that goes on, and that's like this. That friction's fit on's there. Does it turn? Yes, it's got a sleeve that lets it pivot, and this end doesn't. So I can take a fitting, hopefully. Bam. And I've had a car-specific vacuum before, and as long as you keep them car-specific, they stay fairly clean. Cars are not that super gross dirty. And then a big rocker switch. So let's plug this thing in, see how it goes. Okay, so I got the end of the hose. I usually wear, oh, I see. Will this enable me to snap that in there? And snap it in here? Maybe. On a warmer day. And I got no filter on it, but that's all right. I'm not vacuuming anything right now. Should rock it on. That's not too bad. That's much better than our current house vacuum. And it should drop all the rocks and things out to the base. That's what the goal is. And the filter won't get too dirty. Let me just stop and read the owner's manual real fast, and we'll come back and do a kind of a quick review. And yeah, that'll be it for the box opening, unraveling type of thing. Discharge kind of comes out this way. Well, that's a fast read. Nothing crazy you need to know about it, except there is no weirdness to it. It is exactly as it presents itself. So if you're doing dry vacuuming, you use the filter bag. It's rewashable, so you can take it outside and dust it off. If you need to, you can wash it with a mild soap and water, and it just does that exactly. It just kind of uses elastics. Of course, it's going to suck against it there, so it's actually, there's no force to rip it off there. It also says it can be used as a blower, but I'm not convinced. It says use the large end. Oh, it is. It can. Well, that's super cool. It opens up the, there's a flapper there. So you can actually plug in your hose and use it as a blower as well. So you could use it to maybe blow up pool equipment. They did note, make sure the tank was empty before you did that. But that is super cool. So it can be a blower or a vacuum. Fantastic. That's a bonus. And it's pretty much up to you to get the alignment correct when you're sending it down. They just said make sure it lines up correctly. So I'm guessing between front and back before you give it a click down. And I didn't actually check on are these actually for storage? The manual's in two Englishes. It's in two languages. It also kind of goes over how you wash it. I'm just looking for the diagram of where they show the hose being wrapped around it, and I don't see that. But they label it as 14, which is hose storage. So that's exactly what it is, I guess, if you were to bring it in there. Yeah. There you go. So it'll hold on to its hoses and accessories. The only thing you're going to lose then is this is the filter for when you're doing wet items. It looks like it's motor protection. And if it gets wet, no biggie. If you get the cloth filter wet, you're done. It says so. You have to get a new one. So there you go. If you have any questions on this, it's still plugged in. I got a filter on it now. We don't need no hose storage. Let's put that in there. Then I turn it on. Oh, that's cool. If I'm drying something out, really, if I need to dry something out, that would be great. I'll give you a review and see how it does. Honestly, it's a vacuum. It's probably not going to do that bad. And the review will be in 5 to 10 years when it's like, this thing is filthy and I can't clean it, or it's been good, but we need something now. So anyway, if you have any questions, leave them. Please subscribe to our channel, Red Barn Homestead, for more box openings and stuff like that. And eventually we'll get to the review part once we use stuff for a while. I want to give you an honest review of what I think of it. And we'll see you next time. We'll pause for some time. I got a van, I got a vacuum, and it's like, well, I'm tired of this house vacuum. So let's get one of these, and we did. And it's nice because it's got the handle and it's lightweight, and I can put it in the car. And then I can, not this way, but I can vacuum all the bits and pieces, mostly 90%. I bet you it's going to be this and this.